Hey guys, so I'm back again to speak about what makes a good realtor. And I actually reached out to one of my realtors that I know in Boston, a friend from college that's doing realty work out there. And we actually had a really interesting conversation about what makes a good realtor. So that is actually the tip number one, accessibility. A good realtor should be able to, respond to your questions really quickly. And if they can't answer that at the moment, or they don't have enough time to answer at the moment, they'll get back to you as soon as they can. And that is something that's huge, which my friend in Boston's doing a really good job at in her business for it to be successful. So if you're looking for a realtor in Boston, let me know. Another thing a realtor has to do is be a good communicator. Communicating in any position of sales or service, you need to be a good communicator. If you don't communicate properly, it's just not going to work out for you in your business. You have to be able to practice that skill and use it. So you want your realtor to be a great communicator. Look out for those things. If you feel like there's lots of tension and you're not really able to communicate with them, find another one. I promise there's plenty. So you really want a realtor that has experience with multi units and investment properties. And here's why. So I had a friend who is also an investor, and he purchased a property in Baltimore, and it's a very beautiful building. And he almost did not have that building because of a realtor. The realtor that he used claimed to have experience in multi-unit, and they did not. They almost cost him the whole deal because they was a clog in the whole process. They slowed it down, and that became very frustrated between the sellers and my friend. It got to the point where their lawyers just needed to talk to each other and just exclude the realtor because she was just that frustrated in the process. So experience and knowledge of investments, it goes such a far way. It really does. Another example of that is the realtor that I had for my property, my 5 unit in Baltimore. She is not very familiar with the multi unit. So she sent the listing to me through email. I reached out directly to that particular realtor, and I negotiated on my behalf. Because the terminologies, the questions I need to ask before their realtor responded to my realtor, and then my realtor responded to me. It was too slow for a deal of that speed. So your realtor has to be familiar with those terminologies. They have to know what they're doing. Another important thing is your realtor has to be familiar with the going rates of the rent and properties in the area. Like, one thing that I want to hear from my realtor is, oh, I sold a property down the street just last month. Or if it was last week, that's even better. If they're very familiar with that neighborhood, they have properties that are either listed currently or they've sold a few properties in the neighborhood, that makes me feel at ease. That means this person has been in this position before. This person is familiar with the what needs to happen in this neighborhood to get it sold, the right prices in this neighborhood. So a great thing for realtors as well that you have to look for is ask them, like, do you have any off-market properties or pocket listings, they'll call it. And what pocket listings are is properties that are about to go on the market, and the realtor has a contract with the seller to sell that property, but it just hasn't gone online yet. When it goes online, there's loads of competition, and if it's a really good property, you don't want competition. You just want to be able to swoop in there, get it yourself, and move on. A great example of that is my 4 unit is was a pocket listed. I spoke to the realtor prior. I was looking at a 6 unit, and the 6 unit just didn't work out for me. So I told the realtor, I'm like, hey, if you have anything else that pops up, please let me know. And his next words was, actually, I have this one. And he sent it to me. He said, hey, it didn't hit the market yet. He's about to put it on. I looked at it. I liked the deal, and I ended up moving forward with that one. So pocket listings are super important. Make sure your realtor definitely has that in their back pocket. No pun intended. So another great resource for your realtor is you want them to have access to lenders, contractors, home inspectors, whatever you need in the buying process. You want them to just be very resourceful, because you don't want to be the one that's going through the process, stressing about getting a home, picking the right home, and the little nitty gritty things uh, that that someone could has easily brought with you to the table, Um, why stress yourself over that? Your realtor should have a list of home inspectors. They should have a list of lenders that they've used in the past that could easily get you moving and get things closed on the table really fast. And also contractors, you never know. Perhaps something popped up in the home inspection, and you're fine with it, but you want to be able to quote it so after you close you could fix it. The contractors could help you out with that, and it could be a real smooth process. Even title companies, your realtor should also be able to supply you with that. So those are quick things that you should definitely expect from your realtor, and they should have that in their tool belt to be able to help you close on your property. Take care, guys. I'll see you in the next video.